It's just after dusk in the town of Havenwood. A gentle rain falls, slicking the empty streets and casting a soft glow on the windows of quiet homes. Life here is predictable, peaceful, a place where nothing ever really happens. But tonight, something is different. Tonight, the silence will be broken by a sound that will change everything. Inside her room, bathed in the blue light of her laptop, a teenage girl, Maya, scrolls through her social feed. Suddenly, her phone buzzes on the nightstand. The screen illuminates, and she glances over. Her own face, her own name, her own number staring back at her. A prank. She picks it up, a confused smile on her face, and swipes to answer. The line crackles, and then a voice, a perfect imitation of her own, whispers, "Don't leave your room tonight." The call cuts out. She stares at the phone, the smile gone. The rain outside seems to fall a little harder. Across town, old Mr. Abernathy is settling into his armchair, a book resting on his lap. His phone rings, a jarring interruption. He squints at the screen, baffled. It's his own number. "Well, I'll be," he chuckles, thinking it's one of his grandkids with a new app. He answers. "Don't look outside your window," his own voice, gravelly and aged, warns him. He scoffs, shaking his head at the elaborate prank. But curiosity gets the better of him. He pulls back the curtain just a crack, and his heart stops. Through the rain, a figure stands motionless on the sidewalk, facing his house. It's too dark to see a face, but he doesn't need to. He knows it's watching him. The next morning, an uneasy dawn breaks over Havenwood. The local news is buzzing. It wasn't just Maya or Mr. Abernathy. Dozens of residents are reporting the same bizarre event. Identical calls from their own numbers, with chillingly personal warnings. The reports are eerily consistent. The calls last exactly 13 seconds, and just before they disconnect, there's a sound like a single, heavy breath. The police chief appears on screen, looking tired. He reassures the public it's likely a sophisticated telecommunications hack, a new kind of scam. But behind the scenes, technicians are baffled. There's no trace, no signal origin, no digital footprint. It's as if the calls came from nowhere at all. As darkness falls again, a new wave of fear grips the town. People stare at their phones, some with dread, some with a morbid fascination. In a small suburban house, a young mother is putting her son to bed. Her phone rings, her own number. Her hand trembles as she answers. "If you hear knocking," her own voice, strained and urgent, says from the speaker, "don't answer the door." A moment of deafening silence follows the disconnected call, and then it starts. A slow, deliberate knock at the front door. Knock, knock, knock. Each one echoes through the house, a hammer blow against her heart. She stands frozen, her child's room just down the hall, the knocking growing more insistent. Meanwhile, in a basement cluttered with posters and video games, a group of teenagers think they have a plan. They're going to catch the prankster. They set up their phones to record, ready to capture the next call. At precisely 2:17 a.m., it happens. Every single phone in the room rings at once, a chaotic symphony of personalized ringtones. They hit record, their faces a mix of fear and excitement. Later, when they play back the recordings, the excitement turns to pure terror. Through a storm of static, they hear distorted versions of their own voices, overlapping and glitching, all repeating the same terrifying phrase, "We're already here." The phantom calls are evolving. Turning off your phone doesn't work anymore. A man, driven to the edge of paranoia, smashes his smartphone with a hammer, shattering it into pieces. He breathes a sigh of relief. The silence in his apartment, a welcome comfort. Then the shrill ring of his old landline pierces the quiet. He stumbles over to it. The caller ID somehow displays his own number. Hesitantly, he lifts the receiver. The voice on the other end is his own, but this time it isn't whispering a warning. It's screaming, a raw, blood-curdling scream for help that goes on and on until the line abruptly cuts to a dial tone. Panic takes over Havenwood. The town's infrastructure begins to crumble. The police radio network descends into chaos, broadcasting not commands, but fragmented whispers from the calls. Garbled voices leak through the static, saying things like, "They're replacing us," and "Don't let them in." Outside, the streetlights, once a steady beacon in the night, start to flicker and strobe. pulsing in a synchronized rhythm that mirrors the phantom ringing tones. The entire town is becoming a prison of light and sound, with no way to communicate, no way to call for help. Then people start to disappear. It happens quietly. A person is there one moment, gone the next. But they don't stay gone. Hours later, they reappear, walking calmly down the middle of the street, their expressions blank. They each hold a phone to their ear, listening intently to a call no one else can hear. They don't speak, they don't respond. The most disturbing detail: when they pass by a shop window, their reflections move just a fraction of a second out of sync. A horrifying, subtle glitch in reality. They look like the people of Havenwood, but they aren't. They're something else. The last voice of Havenwood belongs to the local radio host, David. He's been broadcasting all night, a lone beacon of sanity in the growing madness. His voice, once comforting, is now strained with fear. As he describes the silent figures walking the streets, a phone rings live on air. It's his studio line. David falls silent for a moment. It's my number," he stammers to his listeners. After a long pause, he says, "I have to answer it." He picks up. The radio audience hears only the distorted, calm voice of David himself say, "It's your turn now." The line goes dead, replaced by a low hum of static that broadcasts uninterrupted for the rest of the night. By sunrise, the town is silent, eerily, unnaturally silent. The streets are empty of life, but littered with hundreds of discarded phones. They lie on the pavement, in the gutters, on front lawns, all ringing at once with a chorus of different tones. A digital graveyard crying out to no one. Our final view is a close-up on one phone, its screen cracked but still glowing. An incoming call vibrates against the asphalt. The caller ID is simple, it just says, "Your number." When the voice on the line is your own, the call isn't coming from the future, it's coming to take your place.